Good morning, Facebook. Trey Murphy, Sergio, Totally Holiness, ACLU, NAACP. I'm a whistleblower on the courts and the corruption in the courts. I've been blowing the whistle since 1986. ACLU been knowing about this. ACLU refused to do anything about this. So we're gonna put you out there. I'll be working with the ACLU during the 2020 session. During the 2020 sessions, I'm gonna be working with the ACLU. I'm gonna wait out for justice. So we're gonna clear the air so we will not come into the room. We don't have no problems. You don't like me, I don't care if you like me. This ain't about like. This ain't about liking. This ain't about being friends. This is about handling your business. It's a call to duty. Y'all made me famous for toilets. I'm gonna run with that shit. We're gonna run with that shit. It's the art of getting money. All right, so the ACLU, we're gonna talk about lawyers' coercion confessions. We're gonna talk about innocent people that they got sitting in Baltimore City and Baltimore County jails. You got 135 inmates that asked to be represented by the ACLU, the NAACP, to get their cases reversed and remanded behind Scott Shellenberger, Greg Bernstein, and Marilyn Mosby. I'm a whistleblower on the courts. I went to jail. I can show you the corruption. I can show you the bail bonds, and I can show you where the money comes from and where it's going. I asked for a federal and a state audit from the IRS, a surety bonds. I'm going after your surety bonds, and I named you. So here we are. I was kidnapped by the state. My property was stolen in the ACLU. The property was in the ACLU's possession. All right. I'm a whistleblower in the courts, the prison industry. President Trump got this. I'm a whistleblower on the courts. I'm blowing the whistle on Shellenberger because you got about 10,000 cases you're gonna have to reverse and remand. This is for Trey Murphy. This is for Trey Murphy. This is for Sergio. This is for the ACLU. Because I'm gonna drop this off at your office today. It's gonna be in this envelope. And I want the world to see what the ACLU is gonna do for Black America. I testified in front of the Judiciary Committee. For the last 10 years, I've been testifying in front of the Judiciary Committee. All right. Frank Conway Sr. and Frank Conway Jr. participated in this. They're part of the fraud. If you Google Operation Greylord from Chicago in the 1980s, that's what I'm going after here in Baltimore, Operation Greylord. When the Department of Justice did their job, they'd be going after more than just Mayor Pugh. Mayor Pugh is a witness in this. Like I say, it's my constitutional right, Dred Scott. All right. And I showed you the laws that you broke. Now you go to Jill P. Carter. She's been knowing about this for the longest. I seen Jill P. Carter in 2008. Christopher Williams was her secretary. Christopher Williams was there. I gave y'all a whistleblower's application back then. I gave it to the Civilian Review Board as well. All right, the Office of the Civilian Civil Rights. I gave it to Jill P. Carter. I gave it to y'all. Y'all ain't did nothing with this information. On February the 6th, 2011, I applied for Martin Luther King's job. I applied for Martin Luther King's job. I'm a member of Out for Justice. I'm the founding member of the Baltimore Block, and I'm the founding member of Shorty's self-help organization for the redevelopment and re-education of the young. It's about community policing. It's about job development. It's about taking us out of poverty. And I've been doing this religiously for the last 13 years. I got it all on film. I broke you down. You stole my property on February the 7th, 2011. So I had to reshoot all the footage and regather all the information that you took from me. Now I'm ready for the world. I'm going to give you 13 years of racial inequalities in your courts and your judicial system. And I'm going to show you how the ACLU turned their back on it. ACLU been participating in it. See that? Ed Norris. See that? Kathleen Pugh, Mayor Pugh, Senator Pugh, she is a witness. She is a physical material witness in this, and she is on film saying that she will testify on my behalf. All right. So when she go to sentencing in February, we're going to have her sentencing judge get this information from the Department of Justice, Robert Hur, the Inspector General, and the ACLU. The Maryland Black Caucus, because I was exposing y'all on February the 6th, 2011. I put a toilet in front of the Towson courthouse. This toilet was about Scott Shellenberger. This toilet was about Scott Shellenberger, Judge Turnbull. It was about the money that y'all make off of black bodies in Baltimore County. Kevin Kamenetz knew about it. The Baltimore County knew about it. Quirk, Julian Jones. This was about how y'all make money off of black bodies in Baltimore County and how you make money off of racketeering and fraud in the court. It's Mr. Fields. I tried to file a $2.5 billion class action lawsuit and the state refused to take my lawsuit. They've been denying me access to the court because I'm an indigent, because I don't have no money. The ACLU wouldn't take the case, but the ACLU is sitting there claiming that they're fighting for our freedoms. No, they're not. They are making money off of our black tragedies. They are getting paid off of our black tragedies. You are shielding the corruption in the courts. Like I said, I'm Shorties, a self-help organization for the redevelopment and re-education of the young. I'm a nonprofit. You locked up a whistleblower, you locked up a nonprofit, you locked up an entrepreneur, you locked up a businessman. And I'm going to handle my businessman. I need a federal and state audit from Peter Francock. If Peter Francock gives that audit, the state of Maryland is going to be on the hook for a lot of money. If Peter Francock gives me that audit, the state participated in the fraud. I gave you careers, not jobs. I gave you careers. I'm an honorably discharged veteran of the United States Navy. My DD 214 reads drugs, it reads prostitution, it reads loan sharking, gambling, prostitution, and drugs. That's what I did when I was in the Navy. When my friends was going to prom and homecoming, I was graduating into the world. During Iran-Contra, 1979, Oliver North, yeah, we transported, we brought those drugs to America. We brought those guns to America. We made America what it is now. We made America great with this war on drugs. The war on drugs ain't nothing but a war on the black community. The military participated in this. Now, Johnny Oleski asked for a federal investigation in February. It's been damn near a year, almost 12 months, and ain't nobody did nothing. Now, if Johnny Oleski asked for a federal investigation, it should have been done. Y'all sitting on y'all's hands. Y'all don't see me in the Baltimore County Council meeting, quiet as the church mouth, won't open your mouth. I'm trying to file a class action lawsuit. First of the year, if y'all don't do what you got to do by me, when the session comes in, the 2020 session, I'm going to be there. I'm going to ask for access to the grand jury under Senate Bill 374. And then we're going to file a class action lawsuit. I'm going to the University of Maryland's law school, the University of Baltimore Law School. I'm going to go to Georgetown Law School, American University Law School, and we're going to get students to file a class action lawsuit. I was an inmate. I filed these reports. I asked the ACLU to get involved. They said, fuck you. That's the ACLU.
That's what you said there.
That's the ACLU. Now I gave the ACLU. So it's a breakdown of the criminal enterprise in Baltimore City and Baltimore County. Governor O'Malley's mom machine. I totally broke y'all down. Like I said, Operation Grey Lord. The Department of Justice has had this since 2008. They don't want to break down the criminal enterprise because they make too much money off of black bodies. See this? I wrote y'all while I was in jail. You got a Jailhouse Diary. The Jailhouse Diary gives you names, dates, and everything. The Jailhouse Diary starts from day one. Bobby Zirkin, Roshini, Lafferty, Ed Hale Jr., Ed Hale Sr. We're talking about the money and the money that makes Baltimore move in Baltimore County. We're going to talk about David Smith and his house over there on Ivy Hill Lane. Like I said, emails. This is Marilyn Mosby. Marilyn Mosby had a request to access the grand jury under Senate Bill 374. Karen York seen me give it to her. Andy Pierre seen me give it to her. Catalina Bird seen me give it to her. I gave it to her in Annapolis. I got the video too called Put Your Big Girl Panties On. Put your big girl panties on. Marilyn Mosby is claiming that she's fighting for the community. No, she's not. Those people that got out of jail 2 weeks ago because they was in jail for 30 years, she didn't help them get out of jail. They've been fighting for their freedom since they went to jail. She just claiming it. Because if she was, then she would have been taking care of this case. Y'all done see me with the camera and Marilyn Mosby face and she haul ass. Like I said, I was making a documentary about the murder and the death of our kids. Senator Cardin knew about it. And I've been doing it since 2006. Here goes Senator Cardin. See this right here? Your documentary. He said he couldn't be in my documentary, but he's in the documentary. He's in the documentary because it's about him, the Senate, and the Judiciary Committee, the Senate Judiciary Committee. That's Miss Leon from the ACLU. That's Miss Leon from the ACLU. It's 2013. 2013, I blew the whistle and I gave it to the ACLU in 2013. And y'all ain't did nothing. (2006 to 2010). Director of the ACLU, Washington, D.C. Because I was making a documentary about the ACLU, the NAACP, and how y'all collect money. Y'all collect money claiming to be heroes in the forefront for our justice, and you're not. I worked for the ACLU back in California back in 2015, raising money. And if you didn't raise enough money, then you got fired. It's a racketeering and fraud in the ACLU. Make the money, make the money, make the money. Dude, I did it. Got paychecks to prove it. So when I say something about the ACLU, it ain't coming off the top of my head. It's coming out the truth. That's Governor Hogan. That's Governor Hogan. He got full knowledge of this since 2014. Johnny Oleski asked for an investigation. They haven't investigated me yet. I need an audit from the IRS, and I need an audit from Peter Frankite. They ain't did it yet. I'm out $2.6 million. That $2.6 million can do a lot of good in Baltimore. I'm going to be Scrooge in 2019, 2020. All right. I left a paper trail. Chief Hyatt was a witness in this situation. Chief Hyatt was in Commissioner Davis's room when I blew the whistle on the corruption. Commissioner Davis, Commissioner Harris, Commissioner Belfield. Yeah. On December the 10th, 2010, Mayor Dixon was they took Mayor Dixon's seat. So at the retirement party for Mrs. Welch, retirement party, Sheila Dixon called the whole council the Dirty Dozen. She wanted to snitch on the corruption then, but she won't do nothing. She held it on. She kept her mouth closed. Now y'all want to run Sheila Dixon again? No. Sheila Dixon committed fraud with the credit cards, but she also committed fraud with the building contractors. That contracting company she had, she was a black face for white developers. And she kept her mouth shut so she can run for office again so they can keep her in power. Sheila Dixon ain't the answer for the problems that we got. She's part of the problem that we got. Cronyism. Yeah. Clicking. Sheila Dixon should not be running for mayor. She should call it a day. If she want to help Baltimore by giving them some of that dirty money that she took back. Give some of the people their money back them properties that you fucked up. I ain't got no problem with Sheila Dixon. I really can't prove a whole lot, but I know that she was in bed with Pat Arrakis. I know that Pat Arrakis walked away from that investigation. I know that he walked away from it. And he's still putting money in the Democratic Party. Like I said, I'm very detailed in my work. I filed a federal claim because y'all not gonna do nothing in Baltimore City. They turned my federal claim down because I can't pay for the filing fee. I don't have money, I'm homeless. But because I'm homeless does not deny me access to the courts. Under Wainwright, Gideon Wainwright, you gotta give me access to the courts. Yeah, a pauper or not. So we're gonna take it to the Supreme Court on a writ of certiorari. A writ of certiorari is a meritorious case. You took property from me, you kidnapped me, you called me a terrorist. I was innocent of all charges and you took my property. That's a meritorious case. I couldn't afford the filing fee, so we dropped the charges. But I refiled the criminal charges against Scott Shellenberger. I asked for a federal and state audit.
I figured. They saw that.
Peter Frankite got this. Like I said, I started this in 2006. The Get Shorty program. Yeah, self-help organization for the redevelopment and re-education of the young. I'm gonna educate you, son. Get shorty. You got a more shorty than you can stand. Governor O'Malley had this evidence. Governor O'Malley, Doug Gansler, Malcolm Ruff, Scott Shellenberger, y'all had this information. I fired my lawyer and defended myself because my lawyer was working with him. My lawyer wanted me to plead guilty to something I didn't do. Marilyn Mosby, Nick Mosby, the same way that Congressman Jackson and his wife went to jail in Chicago, y'all gonna go to jail in Baltimore. Nick Mosby had my shorty program. He'd been using this my shorty program, claiming it's his. So has Marilyn Mosby. Yeah, and I could prove it. I'm a whistleblower. The same protections that y'all giving that white lady or whoever the whistleblower is against Donald Trump, I want the same protections against the Democratic Party. We're going to dismantle the corruption in the Democratic Party. Yeah, we're going to dismantle it. So President Trump going to get this. Robert Hur's supposed to have an investigation. The Inspector General supposed to do something. Leaving this dormant ain't going to change it. Because like I said, movie going to come out. What y'all going to do when the movie come out? Because when I name your names, dear Eric Holder. Whistleblower, keywords, whistleblower. I blew the whistle on Baltimore. I blew the whistle on TMP Engineering in Pennsylvania because they called me a nigger. So I turned them into the GSA, fraud and racketeering. Now you contact Fern Shin and get the pictures and the story she wrote on me about the toilet I put in front of the school board toilet. That toilet in the school board was about asbestos and lead in the school. It was about the misappropriation of money that y'all were spending in the schools in 2006, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's why you're in the position you're in now. Contact Fern Shin. She got a white envelope. Get that envelope from Fern Shin. Go get my storyboard from Fern Shin. Yeah. Clearly marked whistleblower. I'm a whistleblower in the prison industry. Y'all make billions of dollars off of black bodies in America. I went to jail in Illinois and I went to jail in Maryland to prove my point. I went to jail for 186 days in Illinois and 86 days in Maryland. That's 3 years if you give me time. Right here, whistleblower.
Jesse, science hasn't gotten that far yet. Science hasn't gotten
Ain't no law against blowing the whistle. You blew the whistle, yeah, on your prison industry. Congressman Cummings' job as the oversight committee is the prison industry and giving us access to the grand jury to tell these stories about the prison industry. John Cardin's. Yeah, ACLU, MSNBC. You see this? See the date? That's 2009, long before I got locked up in 2011. John Cardin's had it, Senator Cardin's had it, Roshini had it, Lafferty had it, Bobby Zirkin had it, Kamenetz had it, Gov.O'Malley had it, the Baltimore County Council, Baltimore City Council, because y'all write the laws to incarcerate us. Y'all make the money off of black bodies. ACLU had it. Congressman Cummings had it for the longest. For 13 years, Congressman Cummings has had it. See the date? Congressman Cummings had this, GOP Carter had this, Teller Branch had this, Kwasi Mfume had this. So if y'all running for Congressman coming seat, you got to see me. Whoever sits in his seat got to see me. And I'm a whistleblower, so you're going to have to let me testify. House Judiciary, Senate Judiciary, city, county, state, and federal levels. I'm a whistleblower on the courts and the corruption in the courts. Illinois and Maryland, 2 states, class action lawsuit minutes. A lot of people gonna lose their jobs. Took a picture with Senator Cardin the other day. He said, yeah, he's stuck. He got to deal with this. Because I started it with Senator Cardin. We're going to end this with Senator Cardin. House Judiciary. 1402 Lockman. Those are the laws that Scott Shellenberger, just some of the laws Scott Shellenberger wrote. But kidnapping, you're going to have to charge Scott Shellenberger with kidnapping. All the cases that Scott Shellenberger had since 2006 is going to have to be reversed and remanded. The state is going to have to reverse and remand all those cases because he committed racketeering and fraud. People scared to come out to Baltimore County because of Scott Shellenberger. I ain't scared of Shellenberger. I want Shellenberger in jail. Judge Turnbull can't protect Shellenberger. See who had this? That's legal notice. The ACLU had this. The ACLU had this. Sergio. The ACLU had this. Trey Murphy. The ACLU had this. But y'all want to claim that y'all fighting for justice. Y'all fighting for our community. No, you're getting paid off of black tragedies, man. Y'all exploiting us. That's real shit.
Yeah. She was looking for partners yesterday. Really? Yeah.
Y'all can read because Baltimore is the city that reads. Like I said, it's about the war on drugs.
Yeah. So, like, after all that happened, I couldn't happen.
Everything that I just showed you, go to Governor Hogan. Go to Governor Hogan. Because Governor Hogan is just like, it is what it is. It's the art of getting money. Your prison industry, mass incarceration, the illegal war on drugs. It's the art of getting money. Now, Trey Murphy, Raleigh, Michaela, the new block, y'all ain't the new block. Y'all on that old bullshit. I told y'all when y'all use that name, you got to respect that name. You ain't doing the work that that name represent. Y'all been getting paid off of black tragedies too. Trey Murphy and that money that y'all stole, yeah. Block don't take money. Block raise money. We don't take money. We give back to the community. We don't take from the community. So like I said, ACLU, I want an audit. I want a federal and state audit. ACLU, do your job. House Judiciary Committee. I'm gonna be at the ACLU on the 20th or the 22nd because we got a meeting. Like I said, I'm with Out for Justice. I'm a member of Out for Justice. I'm the founding member of the Baltimore block. So I'm gonna be in the room. But when we're in the room, we're gonna understand where I stand in this room. I stand for prisoners' rights. If y'all not gonna do your job in 2020, I'm gonna out y'all. I want a class action lawsuit. Y'all doing a class action lawsuit for those four women? No, I want a class action lawsuit for the prison industry. If you don't do your job, I'm gonna put you on the class action lawsuit and sue you. You're between a rock and a hard place. Do your job or lose your job. Might check that one. Anything else you want to see? Go to the Inspector General's office. Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave a toilet in front of WBAL. Yeah, the John Hopkins toilet, the police toilet. Go to Lester Holt and get this information from Lester Holt, Gail King. Yeah, look at the emails on this. 2020 gonna be scandalous. Better check yourself, because I'm gonna pull your card.